Anyway, let's get this shit started. Let us commence the insanity. I figured I'd just get on here a little ahead of time, and I don't know that I'll make this specifically into one of the talks, but more just to let the creative juices get flowing, because as with anything, the first few seconds of channeling something, I've explained this before, I don't channel things the way that like people like, I'm channeling the Palladian gurus and the Lemurian. I don't do that, but because I kind of work from a different source, I would consider it a higher source where I get outside of my mind, so I can speak things that I don't know that I know. So I play with that a little bit, where there's an architecture of an overlaying of, I see how information works together, and I see how patterns work, and I see how certain systems fit in with each other, but more than that, even overlay each other. And so by knowing any one system, you can know them all, so that it's easy to access bits and pieces of information. So for me to get into doing that, it takes me a little bit of talking and loosening up my vocal cords and my tongue and my tongue as the snake, I guess. And just seeing you guys on here for a second. So we'll see. This might turn into one of them, but I'm more or less looking for you guys to start with some questions. What's up? Sipping on nectar. Put up electric towel. I will answer the question you sent me as something outside of this little thing here. I've covered that many times, and you know, like as usual, it's inside of the videos when someone asks like, how do you know what you know? Where did you come from? Who the fuck are you? And I get that a lot. I get a lot of, are you Illuminati? Are you crazy? But I'll do that another time, like a little bit of how I know what I know. But to be brief in answering your question, just for you, Electric Towel, no, I didn't come out the womb knowing anything at all. Like I was a rule follower. Mathematics was my shit. Business, follow the rules, sports. Nothing artistic or creative was coming out of my system whatsoever. I don't think anything drove me to being who I am. I think it's an unfurlment or an unfolding of what you are anyways. I don't know that everybody has the same capacity to be the same type of flower or the same type of thing. I don't think it's everyone's lifetime. I don't think it's everyone's some people are just secondary characters and everything else. Some people are just background noise. So I don't know. There was nothing. There's no specific thing. It's not like I did mushrooms one day and I was like enlightened, or like I went through some path or some. Meaning there may be some invisible college or invisible training. Maybe there's some underground shit going on with the way that, I don't know, people are informed. I really don't know. But I think the general thing was a general curiosity to what I've always said is how the fuck is, if people are so smart, is this shit so fucked up out here? How is it that people are poisoning our food? How is it that people are poisoning our water? How is it that the economic system does what it does to leverage power away from everyone? And how is it that drugs are as what they are? And how is it that they throw people into boxes over selling weed and shit like that? Just blows my mind that how is it the media just lies about everything? How does that all occur? And all of that for me became like extremely overwhelming. Like, who designed this, and who keeps the fuckery alive, and why? Why can't you just stop? And whoever these people are that are participating with these things, it was always that, like, what don't you get about, like, you're fucking everything up for everyone? We could all be here having a good time. We could all be dancing. We could all be eating good food. We could all be healthy. We could all be, but it ain't like that right now. And so if there was a drive, it was that question. It was definitely why and who and how, and then later on, I cared less about the who, and I cared more about the how. And then I went from the how to the why, and then from the why to, okay, let's navigate this differently, and try to enlighten folk, and fix what can be fixed, where it can be fixed, how it can be fixed, and create new systems. What up, Daniel Benson? So maybe that's a pretty good answer to your question, as far as like, because I didn't have any special upbringing. In fact, I would consider it pretty standard protocol of lower middle class, no real good food in the house, microwave consciousness, no love in the house, that kind of like just the normal, I would consider normal suburban upbringing. Ignorant, racist, white, middle America bullshit. That's about the size of it. Sipping on nectar. I am sipping on nectar as well. Brad Milligan, well, if you think Syringe is some cool fucking dude, I mean, whenever I hear him talk and he's like, he's got some mental, like, he's, I'm not cracking on the dude, I'm just literally saying, I've made videos about his idiocy before. It's just a simple redundancy of how is it that all over the planet there are millions and billions of people that are vegetarian. His logic is ridiculous. He uses a faulty science to explain away shit. He doesn't come across to me as an intelligent human being whatsoever, but a regurgitator of misinformation. Now again, his culture, where he lives and what he's been through, like that's his outpouring. But to believe in the slaughter of animals is highly unintelligent. You know, just because he worked out a few times and he's kind of like the way he speaks. I've said this in many videos. Listen to people speak. You can tell they're lying, and it's not even that they're lying on purpose, but they're trying to defend positions that they hold dearly to ego. And then again, the ego ain't the problem, but it's more position that people have of belief systems and sets, and it's ridiculous. I mean, if you need to go feel like you need to eat chicken, go eat it. I got no problem with eggs. I've plainly put this out there. Ain't no problem with eggs. Ain't no problem with honey. I'm not a vegan. Vegans are idiots too. I've made that clear. Vegans and meat eaters are both idiots. You know, there's a balance, and there's something in the middle. I mean, you can do either one you want, and there's a healthy way to eat. I mean, shit, I've eaten chicken recently. Doesn't bother me. But it's not like something I seek out to do every day and think that that's what's keeping me alive and healthy. So yeah, that dude's a goofball to me. But you know, it's where he came from. That's what his systems are. That's his religion. So go eat some eggs and chickens if you feel you need to. But if you're doing it because he seems like an intelligent guy, well then you need some soul searching on your own, Brad Milligan. You know what I mean? If that's the kind of person that comes across as authentic and intelligent and worthy of being like, oh yes, you know what you're talking about, then you should probably follow him until that shit doesn't work out too well for you. Because he doesn't seem like a well-informed person that's compassionate. He doesn't seem like he brings people into his fold of knowing, because knowing is regulated upon a death urge and a bloodlust, and I'm just not about that life. Never heard of the daisy of death, man. Sipping on nectar sounds silly to me. It sounds like delicious hyperbole from somebody trying to make some sort of conflict where there isn't one. What's up, Mr. Cube? Yeah, Brad Milligan, I did a long one on that yesterday. So if voice doesn't let you know, because voice is a resonant feature that comes out from, it comes from the depths of your being, of your soul, of what you are. You can listen to two people talk and know immediately by the tone and resonance of their voice of what their truth is, and how coordinated they are with actuality. And you can tell when people immediately go to books and use, you know, when they use their memory to serve an argument rather than actual authority. They use memory as authority rather than the authority of truth. Don't you look fabulous? I love your shoes. Yeah, Brad Milligan, that should lead, like, right away. If you couldn't sit down with somebody and have a long chat with them, then why would you buy into what they're selling? He's literally selling them an idea. Everyone sells ideas. I'm no less than that, really. I'm selling an idea, except I'm not really selling it, I'm sharing it. So it's a whole different thing. I'm bartering an idea, and it's an idea that it's freely given, and it doesn't involve it. Oddly enough, it doesn't involve killing anything. Oddly enough, it doesn't involve enslaving animals or slaughtering them. Seems like an easier way to go. Seems like a healthier way to go. Now, he uses a lot of his notions as the arguments that he uses, and I can see why. He uses the backdrop of veganism to display why veganism is wrong, and then throws vegetarianism under the bus because veganism is unhealthy, and then uses that against meat eating, and meat eating is much healthier than veganism. So that's where his stance lies. But vegetarianism, breathing, water, these things are of higher value, they're of higher order. So he is righteous and right in his own way that eating meat is healthier. The blood of an animal uncooked is healthier than a vegan diet. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. So from that stance, he has a valid argument, but he couldn't hold a candle to the things of truth that a lot of people on the internet speak about, obviously including me, because he's part of a delusional world where he believes that the only way to live is off of something else. And we know certainly that the atom doesn't eat anything. The thing that he's made of didn't have to eat anything to become him. It multiplied. It wasn't lusting for blood. It wasn't asking for a child doesn't come out the womb saying, where's my meat at? Where's my blood at? It never asks for it, but it continues to grow and becomes bigger and stronger. So ask him about when a baby comes out, you should immediately start, even though they don't have any teeth, shoving meat into their face so they can grow up to be strong warriors. It's an idiotic thing to say. It's completely fruitless. It's completely unfounded. It's it's ridiculous. But to argue with the vegan, he'll win every time because he has better footing. What up, Firefang? And yeah, so I'll keep you we'll stay over here for like 7 more minutes, and this won't be one of the ones I was telling you guys about earlier. I don't know if y'all seen that, but I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna do like 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm gonna answer like one question, and I'm gonna try to answer it as fully as I can, and ask a question for you or somebody else, or something, maybe even a 101 kind of thing that somebody else wants to know about, so that way I can put a 10-minute video together. So it's not for you guys as much, because I know a lot of you really do enjoy to sit down and listen to me babble on for 3 to 4 hours, but this will be for people in the future that really are looking for specific pieces of information. So the next few videos that I do after this, it will be devoted to that. That's how I say Are diseases fabrications of the medical mind? That's a good question. To a degree. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Cube. Meat eaters need vegans. That is the chessboard. If anybody watched my old videos on all the vegan stuff, I took most of them down, but there's a couple good ones up because I tried to be a little less aggressive at the vegan concept and try to be a little more fair and balanced about trying to explain it the right way into what vegetables are and what the higher levels of breathing and sunlight and electromagnetism is. But the chessboard is the vegans are the white pieces and the meat eaters are the black pieces. That's real. That's what they're playing out right now. And everybody in the middle that knows, like, is having a decent diet is like, what are you guys fucking talking about? And people at a higher level are just not even getting involved. Like the fact that I come down and even do anything, like say anything about it is a little bit out of character, I guess. But I enjoy a little bit of argument here with people. I think it can be helpful if people are open to it. But again, it's the black and white. That's what they're playing, and that's what it's being played out. And I say this again and again and again to people. If it was as healthy as people think it is, it wouldn't be so popularized. These are the same people that don't believe in their government, don't believe in the media, they don't believe in anything they hear, and they don't believe in getting vaccines. But now all of a sudden they're listening to the TV, they're listening to the media, and they're being sold all of these things and these ideas about veganism. And it is just as false. It's just as faulty. But they're making it to be the solution, the solving the world. And then they make this, they have this habit of saying, you know, the vegan diet. Well, veganism don't have nothing to do with diet. I've read the paperwork. I know all about what veganism is. They say it's not a cult and it's not a diet. Okay, well, what is it? It's not hurting animals. So it has nothing to do with what you're eating. But then all of a sudden they want to say vegan diet. Well, you've already stepped outside of the bounds of what you should be talking about. And stop hurting animals. And you're an animal, but you're hurting yourself by eating the shitty ass vegan food that you're eating. And don't try for any seconds to take vegetables and put it onto your vegan bandwagon and try to claim vegetables are vegan. Vegetables are not vegan. Vegetables are vegetables. They're a living organism. There's plenty of things that can be vegan that like this cup right here. If I ate this cup, that's vegan. It's plastic. It didn't hurt an animal, but I'm certainly going to hurt myself. In fact, funny enough, earlier today I took a picture of the back of a package of this vegan brownie, and the number of things on there that I've never heard of and that I definitely wouldn't consume or even give to my animal, because I wouldn't treat my animal like that and give it shitty ass whatever the fuck is in vegan food. It was just amazing to see all of the extra things they put in the food. It's ridiculous. Electric towel, eggs are liquid chickens. Yeah, I love a chicken milkshake, that's fine. I ain't got a problem eating eggs, and I don't think anyone should either. There's plenty of goodness and health in eggs. Eat the fetuses then, you know? Yeah, Sean, man, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, Gary, I mean, I don't care what language he speaks, because the information he provides is still dog shit. It's still faulty. It's not to a high degree of integrity to the human experience. It doesn't involve compassion and love and assisting the planet or the animals or the human. So I'm not really concerned with his language. I'm concerned with his message, and his message is not a healthy one. It's not a good one. What up, Eilear? And sipping on nectar, sir. I mean, how do you think alcohol is made? Distillers. Look it up. Google it. You'll find some information on that. Robert Morris. I don't know. I don't know him like that, so I can't comprehend. If he's a doctor, I have my reservations. I have my reservations about anybody that puts doctor in front of their name, because they've already committed to a schooling system that they don't know even if he's a naturopath or a nutritionist. Nutritionists and naturopaths don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what nutrition is. They're clueless. They're into the microverse. They're into micro knowledge, mini knowledge about how this works with this, but they don't know the whole system. I see people out here talking about sun gazing is no good. and how they had to help people fix their eyes as they're wearing glasses. I'm like, everybody I know that sun gazes has good eyesight. In fact, has fixed eyesight because of sun gazing. Just so happens, people that have fucked up eyes, it's because your diet is shitty. Torrance Garden, about the plants experiencing the human life. Where did I pick that up? I don't know. It seemed reasonable to me. Might have been Don Tolman's work, but... Yeah, Robert Morris. I don't know the dude like that. You know, he's charging. If he's charging $850 a class, I could charge $5,000 a class. You know, fat old dude with balding and wearing glasses. I mean, maybe he knows. Maybe he's not following his own advice. I mean, because I can honestly say I don't always follow my own advice, but I get down and fast with you guys. I certainly can adjust my body, my temple, and it doesn't involve buying any of my products or having to pay off my PhD. So $850 a class, hot damn. I wonder how much his PhD cost. I've taken all the classes he has and more. I took them for free. I'm like, you know, Goodwill Hunting for what, $10 in overdue library books. I know everything you know and more. And I wasn't taking a test to answer some authority figure that didn't even know themselves. They just got the answers from the back of a book. They don't know shit. Yeah, balance is where it's at. Exactly, Gary. I mean, I like the idea of, like, you know, do what you want. No judgment here, but information is information of getting people to be healthier and of a higher awareness and consciousness. And certainly some things will do that, and some things you should never, you know, any amount of poison ain't a good amount of poison, you know what I mean? But, you know, having something that will give you a good time and give you a good experience, and you gotta pay slightly for by maybe fasting the next day. You know, that's why I say you can't be too rigid in your belief systems. Don't be rigid. Be absolute in your faith about things, but don't be rigid in your belief systems. Hey, you have to have an E prime about it. You have to have, it seems to be, and things can be different than you suspect. But if you've come from somewhere that you know it's no good, and you get to a higher level, there's no way of going back to the level of saying, oh, maybe I missed something. Or maybe I missed something about running out into the forest, slaughtering animals and eating their entrails. If he's so much about eating meat, then he should be eating the entrails and the shit like the animals are. And to believe that you came from an animal is already not where I am. I didn't come from a monkey or an animal. I'm a living God. I'm a human. I'm a whole different thing. I have opposable thumbs, motherfucker. I make fire. Animals don't. You know, that it's when people start from belief. Nutrition occurs. Toxicity is actually copper deficiency and inorganic iron toxicity. That seems maybe right. I can't be sure of that because I don't know much about copper toxicity, nor have I taken a lot of copper into my system, so I don't know. Now you could ask somebody like Grim Nasty. He would tell you all about copper being very good for the body. So maybe ask him. He might have a little more insight on copper. I've always been one to say the three major metals, the noble metals, the copper, the gold, and the silver. There might be a reason to ingest them and use them in the body, as I've seen them classically used. But at the highest source, like, no, you shouldn't have anything in your body. It doesn't seem like. You're made of air, fire, earth, and water. You're not made of air, fire, earth, water, and gold and silver and copper. They might have a use and they might be a purpose, but I can't verify that, so I don't know. I leer, yeah, it does. It does. Different qualities for sure. We'll do that. I'll do that another time. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Electric Tile. Everybody can eat anything they want. It's like, I'm not gonna be out here judging people over eating plastic, and I'm not gonna judge you for eating meat. But you know, you walk up in my house and try to kill my dog, we're gonna have a problem. You know, and all of a sudden, it becomes the meat eating is one of the biggest problems on the planet. People believing that they're somehow more, you know, like, fuck that animal, kill it, let it suffer. I don't care. It seems that unreasonable set of beliefs is what caused vampirism. It's what caused really economic systems. It's really what's caused confusion. It's really what's caused blood poison. So, you know, if you want to go eat shit, but there seems to be a better way. There seems to be something more. What up, Amanda Marlette? What's up, Brian Solis? Yeah. I love your picture, Brian Solis. We got your sunglasses on. You say sunglasses aren't very good for anyone. No, they're not. I wear them often, but they're not very good. They're very bad for the eyes. I think they have a purpose here and there, you know, but as a general rule, no. We need direct color and sun stimulation into our corneas, retinas. Yeah, that's what's up, Gary Baxter. See that? Simple things. Your own perfect medicine. That's the good stuff. Yeah, I'm mad that he expected to buy his herbs. Hey, everybody got a hustle, and I get it. But you know, because I'm sure I'll probably have a little hustle going on sooner or later with, you know, products and shit. But I mean, as always, like, I've been out here doing this because information is free and you can find it for yourself. I don't require anybody to do any business with me. I don't want anybody to do business with me. I like interaction. I like donation. I like, you know, just the human experience. You know, all that other shit is secondary. You know, so. But I get it. People come out of school and they got a debt and they got to pay for shit. And so they're as is always said. You can't make a man believe something when his paycheck relies on him not believing it. You can't make a man know something right in front of the face when they got $200,000 in debt to pay. You can't take a doctor out of, like, you could show him all of everything. The doctor be going like, yeah, I get it, I see it, but I got $200K to pay. I can't just walk away from my job that's paying for that. You're gonna get me a job that's gonna pay me equal footing, equal monies. Ain't nobody. Most doctors would trade in their lifestyle. Most doctors would, if they could get the same money from doing something that was doing less harm to people. Most doctors that have been in business long enough, they know of the harm they're doing. They know the Hippocratic Oath is bullshit. They know they're poisoning people. They didn't know it at first. They wanted the money at first. They thought they were helping people, but as the unveiling occurs of the superhumanness of each individual and how the body actually works, they will walk away from that in an instance. Like, if I had a bunch of money, I'd pay doctors to walk away from that shit. Like, yo, just come with me. Here, I'll pay for your school debt. Stop being a doctor. Anybody want to try to get funding from the government? Try to go get some a grant to get to pay off doctors' school loans. Pay it off. Be like, I'll pay for all of your school loans. Walk away from it. I'd do that.
Alex, Onrix Alex, I don't know anything about the putting
putting piss in there instead. I don't know anything about that, man. I can't see why that would be a better choice. Maybe. Don Tolman, D-O-N Tolman, T-O-L-M-A-N. Amanda Mallet, Robbie Wiley, trainer Doc Morse. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Most people out here, anything to do with any kind of doctors, there's always some dilemmas with what they're saying. For me, I think, you know, I put my years in. I put 18 years into studying this stuff from all angles, and I've come to a lot higher levels knowledge of what nutrition actually is. I don't really, you know, you can learn things from people, but some people try to take away your learnings because they think they know better, and I don't have time for that kind of shit. I'm not interested in what most people have to say because I know better. People can't come out here telling me to eat salts or to eat a dried herb. I know that's not healthy. You need fresh herbs. You need the spirit from the herb. You need, like, I'm not playing with those people. I don't want their knowledge. They bought their knowledge. I didn't buy my knowledge. I had to work for it. Everybody got royal blood. Fire Fang and Kia, you check your blood. I bet you it's dirty as fuck. It ain't royal. Your blood ain't royal till it's clean. Go look up the videos I've done on royal golden blood and everything else. You tell me your blood is royal. Put it this way, everyone's blood is royal, but everybody's blood is toxic as shit. So you ain't part of any royalty until you can actually implode your blood and do some crazy shit like levitate. Then we'll talk about it. Everybody want to claim their royalty, but they're too busy out here like doing murderous things and doing things opposed to nature and opposed to their whole body. They're blaspheming against their own divinity. Thanks, Gary Baxter. I appreciate that, man. I think you're a pretty awesome dude too, man. Electric tile, hydrogen is technically a metal. We'll work on that another time. I can't hear that. I don't. What do you mean? Hydro and gen, a generator of hydro, liquid. You're telling me liquid is a metal? Maybe, man. You'd have to give me some more information on that. I don't know. Thought hydrogen was plasma. I don't know what that has to do with metal, but sure. And Zenith, yeah, the copper vessel thing, some people have said they kind of get sick from it, so I don't know, man. It's this is why I've always said, like, the copper thing's weird. It's interesting. Some people get a lot of really good benefits. Some people, it's cleaning you out. You might have, it could be either it's toxic to you because maybe your stomach is all fucked up. I mean, there could be a number of things. So I don't know. I can't answer that fully right now, Zena. Firefang, diamonds don't reflect, they shine. No, they don't. Diamonds don't shine. You can put a diamond in a dark room, it ain't shining. It doesn't hold its own light. That's false. Diamonds are cut from stones that are worthless. They just happen to be hard. Crystals, on the other hand, vibrate. There's an energetic principle to crystals that diamonds do not have. I did a whole video on that. Check that out, Firefang. Kia, yeah, I'll answer that later. Now, I'm gonna do a couple more minutes here for you guys, but then I'm gonna get on to doing another video, and I'm gonna answer one question. And I kind of got ahead of myself here, just chat with you guys. But now I'm a little more loose. Yeah, Zenith. Well, you know what? I would suggest for you, just stay away from it then. Stay away from all the metals, soft, heavy, or noble. Stay away from them. I don't, you know. I think that glass and wood or whatever would be a better start there, and see how that works for you. Maybe you'll find that you don't need it, don't require it, don't want it. I've occasionally used it and I don't have a problem with it, but I don't necessarily, I haven't seen benefits or cons out of it because I haven't used it long enough. But there are people that have claimed plenty benefits. Spirulina and chlorella is good stuff, yeah. And what's up? Yeah, Mr. Cube. Yeah, I'm down to come out there probably after the summer. Maybe my friend is coming out there next week. Maybe she come visit you. I don't know where she's going exactly. I think she's going to Colorado Springs. I'm not sure. I'll talk to her later. I'll talk to you later. You got my email, right? I've chatted with you on email. Let me chat with you over that, and I might come out there soon. Even I don't know. We'll see. But I really I'm trying to go to the beach for a little while. Spring. I want to get a nice melanation going on, and then I want to come out to the Colorado area, man. Yeah, glass is an interesting thing, Gary. Glass is very interesting. The glass diamond / crystal, the whole clarity of those things is very interesting and how they're produced. Yeah, exactly. That fire fan, they reflect. They more than reflect, they refract because they're cut by someone. What up, Jane Doe? Most beneficial crystals, I think it's really dependent on the individual, but you really can't go wrong with the really high quality simple quartz. That's gonna do the most for most people. Simple, right to the point. It's like clean, clear. Most people can feel it. Rocket ships coated with melanin so they go through the ionosphere? What's the ionosphere mean? What you talking about? You mean the ionosphere where all of the satellites are spinning around our Earth? You know, satellites. Yeah, I can't believe that. Coated in melanin. Yeah, right. So they can go where? Did NASA tell us that? So check it out, y'all. This I didn't even realize this ain't even charged. So I'm gonna now that I got a little juice going with you guys, I gotta go inside, charge this. I'm gonna come back on a half an hour. For everybody here, feel free to get your questions prepped up so that I can answer like one of them per every 10 minutes or so. And I especially would suggest to ask questions that you want a friend or someone that you know that they could listen to it. So that way I can answer something that maybe you know but they won't listen to you about, that I can answer a little better. And just let me know if that's why you're asking. And I'll come back on like give me like half hour y'all, and then we'll get this kicking. But yeah, and I can't really read what's going on here because my computer just went dark. I got like 2% left. I didn't even know. So thanks for showing up, y'all. We'll talk very soon and we'll get this going for the day. Cheers, y'all. Hey, and anybody here, obviously thumbs up are always appreciated. So are thumbs down, and so are telling me to eat a bag of donkey dicks. That's fine too. I do appreciate the comments. And if you do have change in your pocket, throw it into the computer and push a button and put it in my account, so that can pay for my drunken idiocy. Talk soon, y'all.